Did you put it in your bet? Were you putting in your bet? Were you getting your parlay in? You're muted too. Like, what's going on? What is happening over there? He's muted. Like, what was Pat over there doing?
I said, my bad. The wife called.
Oh, okay. That's hilarious. First of all, FanDuel too. Why is it that you have to make your bets or you can't go outside? You can place FanDuel while you're on the sunbathing. Nonetheless,
they did say you can't be on the beach.
It's like you can't be on the beach while you place bets. Hello, mobile internet. I could be anywhere and place my bets. With that said, Pat, Deandre Ayton bought out last night by the Portland Trailblazers. This now puts an unexpected, unrestricted free agent on the market. Reportedly, the reason why they bought him out is that there were teams that were calling on the trade, but it was difficult to find a trade that they didn't take long-term salary back with this $32 million. They didn't want long-term salary back, so they went ahead and bought him out. They have two young centers now there in Klingland and oh my God, this is gonna sound like I'm like the young Chinese guy that they just drafted as well. I forgot his name that quick. Yang, is that his name? Nonetheless, so they bought out Deandre Ayton. I'm gonna let you have this one first, Pat. How would you feel about the Bulls taking a 1-year flyer? I don't want multiple years, anything, but a 1-year flyer on Deandre Ayton.
No. No. I've seen it. No, we're fine. We're good. Like, why do we forget who Deandre Ayton was? We know this dude is a low IQ, low work ethic, a low effort, low defensive ability player.
You know what? I actually went and looked at his defense. He's actually been pretty solid defensively, except for the last 2 years in Portland. Like, and I was surprised by that too. Like, he holds centers in the paint to almost 5% lower field goal percentage, which is crazy to me because most of the time I see Deandre Ayton, it's like maybe it's just that he's a big body and they can't get around him. Because I've never seen a Deandre Ayton defensive play where I'm like, he was active on that play. But maybe that's just me.
Here's my thing, right? And maybe the numbers do say that he had a better defensive rating than whatever, right? I watched this man in a pivotal Game 7, where he also underperformed in Game 5 and Game 2, where the Phoenix Suns could have gone to the Western Conference Finals, I believe, for the second year in a row. Get killed by Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell.
Bro, Maxi Kleber gave him the business.
My boy. He shouldn't be having this conversation on that alone.
He gave that man the Maxi Kleber. He got paid after that. I think that series got Maxi Kleber paid.
That is my point. Like, I'm good on the whole DeAndre Ayton thing. And honestly, it's the, listen, there's a lot of ability there. There's a lot of talent there, but he is tall P. Will. It's the mindset. It's the lack of want to. It's the lack of aggressiveness. He's got the skill set to be the best, one of the best centers in the NBA, especially one of the best back to the basket guys. He's got a nice little turnaround. He's got a nice touch on his fader, right? Like he's even got a hook shot. He's got every skill set you want to see from this mug. But he doesn't have the want to go out there and be aggressive. This man was in Portland and just didn't show up to a game because he didn't want to go. And he was like, the ice is too bad. And it was like, we can shovel you out. And he was like, it's okay. Don't do it. Like, what are we talking about with this?
It's okay. Bro? Save yourself. That's what he
Save yourself. I don't want you to get stuck. Save yourself. No, this is the same dude who he is essentially the tall Kyler Murray of the NBA.
Wasn't there like a PR person or something that was like, yeah, I live like around the corner from him. I made it to work. It was something like that.
Bro, yes. They sent that dude to go get him. He was like, no, like I literally can see you. DeAndre was like, no, save yourself. It's okay. Like, and I get it, right? Like there are people who are ready to move on from Nikola Vucevic, but just because somebody has the physical attributes that you're looking for, that you think you want in a player, remember who that player is. Like, if you think that all of a sudden playing with Josh Giddey is going to unlock him, because that was what JC said this morning too. He was like, well, I think playing with a point guard like Giddey could unlock him. He played with Chris Paul. If Chris Paul can't unlock you, nobody can unlock you.
I get well. Let's be clear here, though. He had his best season of his career under Chris Paul, though. He had a pretty damn good season. We're during the regular season with Chris Paul. It was the postseason where it was like Deandre Ayton was like, "What happened to you?" He had a pretty damn good regular season, and I think that was the only season averaging over 20 points, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mixing the seasons. So.
You're probably right on that. No, well, he's never averaged over 20 points, so you're definitely not right on that.
What was it? 19?
18. 18 is the most points he's averaged. But he actually averaged 18 in his second year. And when did Chris Paul come? 2022? 2021, 2022? He averaged 14 his third year, 17 his fourth year, 18 his fifth year, 16 and 14 again. He's not a player to me that I think you can count on. And I think that's what it comes down to me. And we got enough of them dudes on this team. I don't need to trade for one.
See, and I sit at the opposite side because as a 1-year flyer, I'm not worried about it. Like I would love to give him a chance to unlock here, like you said, because it's not even just Josh Giddey. It's also Kobe White and how he creates off drives and those type of things. And I think what the Bulls would need him to do is a lot different than what he's needed to do at his other stops. They were looking for him to be a huge part of the offense. I don't think that the Bulls would even be dumb enough to do that. It's like, hey, play off our guys. Is I think what they would have him do and what they would ask him to do. But yeah. I can't deny, like, you're right. The questions and that's why I would only be willing to 1-year flyers, because it's been a little P. Willis for you at times. It's like your highs are way higher than anything P. Willis done. But I wonder if that's because you are a priority on those Sun teams as far as getting, whereas P. Will has never been a priority offensively here for the Chicago Bulls. But I look at that. I look at the blocks. I look at the rebound percentage, right? And I'm like, I'd be willing to take a shot at it because, again, I don't think this Bulls team, I don't think they're going to be terrible, but I don't think we're going to win a crap ton of games either this year. So I'd be willing to take a flyer on a 26-year-old player to see what they can bring here. But, there's another player out there that I'd be, and he's older, but Mo Wagner, sign me up for Mo. I'd rather go Mo than Deandre Ayton.
There's a bunch of people I'd rather go P. Will than Deandre Ayton. At least the devil is better than the one you don't. You know what I mean? Like, what if he couldn't get there in Portland, Hayes? You think he's gonna get to work in Chicago in the winter?
Bro, who the heck would get to work in Portland though? Like, I mean, let's be clear there. Like Portland is not much to do. Like, I get what you're getting at. Like I said, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with your logic here. I would be willing to take the risk at this point. So
honestly, to me, the big thing is just, is coming to this team going to increase his effort. Because that's been the biggest thing. On top of the injuries, which I think have been, I mean, listen, he don't want to be there. So I don't know how much you can take into the injuries.
That's true, too. And they didn't want him there. Like,
they didn't want him there. He don't want to be there.
3 months, and they were like, hey, yeah, you can go ahead and clock out for
him.
Bro,
they thought they was going to flip him. Yeah. They thought they were going to be able to trade him. And then, like, everybody was like, nah, we good, bro. We watched Maxi Kleber F this man up for 4 games, dog. Like, no, we don't want him.
Bro, that's still, like, you like, go and look at the highlights from that series. Maxi Kleber made that man's whole series a living hell.
Bro. And you know what it was, too? It wasn't even that Maxi Kleber was killing him offensively. It was that it was messing him up that Maxi Kleber was killing him, and he wasn't shooting.
Yeah.
Like, he literally just turned it. Like, Devin Booker is dead, but he's trying to play through it. I think he missed 2 games in that series. Chris Paul was 106 and just, like, kind of still going through some injury as well. Like, it was literally like, Ayton, we need you for 1 game to be bigger than Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber. And you should be able to do this easily. He's like, I ain't got it. I'm 3 for 5, though. I was efficient. That's not a player I want on my team, at least in my mind.
Well, you'll get a Deandre Ayton. You'll be happy with the Deandre. No,
I'm gonna be honest with you. The second I saw it, I was like, "Oh, he's a Bull."
No, he's a Laker. He's a Laker. Like, he has the same agent as Luka. He's a Laker.
I hope so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a fun conversation, but I think he's a Laker. I don't think there's really any other outcome for that one. I think the Lakers, and I also think the Lakers would be willing to give him more than a 1-year deal that most of the teams will probably be willing to give him, because, again, it's the Lakers. So
it is the Lakers. Although they say they're going to be a lot more aggressive, trying to get this thing back on track. So if DeAndre Ayton is aggressive.
They didn't say the player had to be aggressive. They said they were going to be aggressive to get the player.
They was just going to be in the contract meeting and be like, we are very excited to trade for you.
Yeah, basically. Vince McMahon on the whole time.
Oh, God. Hey, man, we got to keep it moving along, though, because the Anthony Simons Vooch trade rumor is very interesting. Yeah, talk about that as well.
Yeah.
More Locked On Bulls coming up right after this.